It's Monday the 24th of June. My name is Donato and welcome to another Malvern Monday, where in today's topic I'll be looking to share some information and research that I've done over the past sort of 6 months and sharing with you. And maybe it might be a bit controversial for some, but I'm going to be sharing some info which might be along the lines of, we can't fight Mother Nature. Yeah, we can try all we can, but as unpopular as it may be for some of you watching this, we really can't fight Mother Nature. So I'm going to go through and talk about a really hot topic and my experiences as a 63-year-old competitive athlete of what's been happening over the past sort of 6 months, 12 months. Yes, guys, it is inevitable what's going to happen, but be sure to watch all the way through and hopefully you'll learn something from this, gain some information. But I also have a little quirky thing at the end where I'll be sharing with you. You've got to stick to the very end, where I'll be sharing some images of some cute animals, shall we say. So something for you to watch at the end there. But feel free to fast forward to the very end and watch that. But yeah, there's things have been happening. I can summarize it in one word: recovery. Recovery. I keep talking about it so many times, but it's not a sexy topic, and I don't think we see enough content out there from the content creators talking about recovery. So I'm going to talk about firsthand my experiences as a 63-year-old runner, and I'd love to hear from you other guys and gals out there, whatever your ages are. Leave it in the comments about your experiences of recovery and races. So I'm literally recovering from yesterday's race, 5k, the Withall and Hollywood 5k 10k race, and I came in a stupendous 11th place. Yeah, however, yes, as good news as that is, you know, I have 200 odd runners in the 5k. Brilliant result. The time was nowhere near what I needed to do. I was looking to qualify for England Masters. I'll still submit the time, but I don't think it's going to be good enough to be the top 4 in Britain. So there's only 4 allowed in completely, not just in a race or whatever, but 4 in total. And it was nowhere near the time I was looking to do, even though I was performing at the best of my ability, what I thought was really good. But I've been backtracking, and I'm going to go through, as I say, the past 6 months of training that I've been doing, where we all know the inevitable one thing that's going to happen as soon as we're born. I don't know how to break it to you guys and girls, but we're going to die one day. Yeah, so that's inevitable. Another thing that is inevitable that's going to happen as we get older is, and the science is there to prove it, so you can argue all you want with me, when it happens by each individual, that's the thing we try and splice and dice. And there's a whole business out there of people selling their on the make of selling products and services to delay what Mother Nature is going to do to us. And that is, as we get older, we get slower and our muscles start to deteriorate. That's what happens. Now, there are ways and things that we can do to help slow that down. And as I say, there's a whole business out there selling all sorts of products to delay that. And we only have to look at the cosmetic industry, where, you know, they sell stuff to make you look younger. Woo! You know, yeah, whatever. But it's inevitable we're going to change. Now, the past, since doing Manchester Marathon in April, running a stupendous 3 hours and 2 minutes, new personal best, that was in April. I'll go through what's been happening over the past, there's 4 races, key races that I've been doing. There was the Bolton 1 mile, there was the Crowell 10k, there was the Malvern Joggers 10k over the Malvern Hills, which was last Wednesday, and then the Withall 5k yesterday. And I'll talk through those. Yeah, it's really interesting findings I've found. Findings found? Yeah, you know what I mean. Now, when I'm talking recovery, it's about recovering. As much as we love to race, yeah, I race to compete, and I want to compete at my best performance. There are some races I do go to that I don't race. I use as a training run, and you've seen those videos that I've produced over the years where I rock up and just do a particular type of training during the race. But often, inevitably, the last few miles I will be going gung-ho. That's me. I'm competitive, yeah. Some of you may be different and looking just to complete races. So whilst I see some things that triggers me on social media saying if you're not racing every week, then you're not living life to the max. Yeah, whatevs. we of a certain age group, yeah, we can't race every week to our optimum thing. Sorry, that's just the cold hard facts, because the time that I came in that 5k was nowhere near the times that I've been running in previous times. Now, I couldn't have suddenly dramatically slowed down in the past couple of months. So my understanding is from the Malvern Joggers 10k on the Wednesday night, that was a 10k, and basically I really did push myself on that Wednesday night. Yeah, so from Wednesday night to Sunday morning, how many days recovery is that from a 10k? Grueling, yeah, people may say brutal, Malvern Hills run. It really did take it out of me, and I did feel quite lightheaded and needed time to recover. So I believe that had an impact on the 5k race. Going back to the previous two races, again in close proximity, I ran the Bolton 1 mile on a Friday night. And you might think, oh, it's only 1 mile, you can recover super quick in that. Yeah, if we're all young, super fit and all that type of stuff, yeah. I'm 63, yeah. I think at that time I might have been 62 and 11 and a half months. But hey, you know, in my early 60s. Raced that 1 mile as fast as I could. I think I ran a 5:40, and you know, up there in the top 3 of my age group, top 5, whatever it was. Still recovering from Manchester Marathon, because it was literally just a couple of weeks after Manchester Marathon, so probably not my fastest 1 mile. But then I rock up on the Sunday morning, so I've only got Saturday to recover. Get up Sunday morning, ran the Corral 10k. Yes, hilly and all that type of stuff. Once again, the 10k time nowhere near the times that I can run. Recovery, not enough time to recover, not able to race that way. So it goes back to marathon. Ooh, as I get a fly me. How long does it take to recover from a marathon? Well, this is the secret sauce. How long does it take to recover from a marathon? Yes, I was on a webinar with England Athletics a few months back, and that question was asked, because whilst as masters runners were running shorter distances, people were saying, oh, I've ran London, ran this, how long would it take to recover? And the professional coach on it says it can take up to 6 weeks. 6 weeks to recover. That's to recover, and then you can then start the training. So you would have lost a certain level of fitness, and then you got to start again and build up to a particular level of fitness. 6 weeks. So those races, those 2 races that I ran, the 1 mile and the 10k, were all within that 6 weeks. So I hadn't fully recovered, and sometimes we have to take the cold hard facts, which is hard to swallow, that we can't keep it going. Now, there are some people out there, and I'll call them outliers. I'm probably an outlier as well, as in exceptional individuals. There's always going to be exceptional individuals out there that are performing way up off the scale. It's great for motivation and inspiration, but I like to keep it real. For most of us, we've got to temper it. Yeah, there's people out there. In fact, I saw a video, 105-year-old lady doing a world record. I can't remember how fast she ran, 60 meters or something, and someone commented, at 105 all she has to do is get off her seat, grab a coffee and sit back down, and she's done a world record. Yeah, there's levels of world records and things that people do, and it's just keeping the longevity. We're all different, we all do different things, and how long we take to recover, that's the important thing. And this is why this may sound controversial to you. I've said I'm going to be stepping down from marathon distances, cutting back, but 100% one thing that I will never do, although never say never, is an ultra marathon. No chance. And it was proven by some stats I saw on social media. The amount of people that do ultras in their 60s, you see the numbers and it sort of goes up. I think it peaks for people in their 40s and 50s, but then it drops off a cliff where there's hardly anyone. You know, I think on one ultra, this one lady had done some stats with her race. I think there was 30 ladies in their 60s and 40 men in their 60s doing it, and in the 70s it was even less again. So the bulk was in the 40s and 50s, and then it just dropped off. Now, there's all sorts of reasons for that, but I believe the biggest reason is it takes so long to recover. Last year, having done that ultra walk, still 13 hours on my feet, It took me weeks, months to recover from that properly. And yeah, it's apologies if I'm stating the obvious and it sounds a bit controversial for some of you. Ultras, no thanks. No. The amount of time to recover from the training, the amount of time to recover from the races, as I say, I like to compete, not just complete, but just completing these training distances. All I'd be doing is running and sleeping, and I like to live my life. I'm of an age now where I want to make the most of things. You know, I do have other interests. You saw that video last week of hobbies. I do have other hobbies and interests. It's not just about the running. If it is for you, fantastic, carry on. I'm not saying don't do that, but for me, I like to keep a balance in life, and that's why, as controversial as it may sound to some of you, maybe not want to accept it, it's Mother Nature. We have to go. For me, I go with the flow. The river's flowing here. It would make sense to go with the flow rather than fight the current. Yeah, and sometimes if a current is so strong, it might be a good idea to get out of the river. And that's my whole point of this video. We get to a point where we may need to decide to get out of the river, to get out of these long distance runs and do the shorter stuff, the things that we can enjoy, and keeping it balanced. Because I believe whether you're doing a park run, 5k, 1500 meters, 10ks, 100-mile marathons, whatever you do to enjoy yourself, great, do it. But we can't fight Mother Nature. Did I mention at the beginning of the video there might be some cute animals? Here they are. As I finish here the video with Sir Edward Elgar, yes, what a great composer from here in Worcester. You too can be great, whatever you want to do, whether it be composing music, running, jogging, swimming. We're here just to have a great time. I hope you found this video informative, useful. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, and be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe and the alarm bell, because it really does help this channel get the word out. The truth is out there. Some people don't like hearing the truth, but I like to speak the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So you won't get part of the nice stuff, you'll get the 100% of the good stuff. See you all soon.
Donato.
Way.